Hi everyone, welcome back. We are still on our Parenting Myths series here at the Village, and it has been so much fun talking about this. And so today we are here to share the sixth myth with you, is that parenting is about raising a happy child.
Oh, that's a myth.
That is a myth, yes. So one of the things actually that first came to mind when I read this was my own experience just as like a child and youth care counselor in my work. And I unconsciously just had this idea that if the youth were happy when they were working with me, then I was doing a good job. That was how I sort of judged myself, not realizing that actually sometimes the best job I could do was in situations that would make them unhappy, or making decisions or setting limits that they were not going to be happy with.
Right.
And that I needed to be okay with that. And that was so hard for me to get comfortable with that, with someone not liking me in that moment. With someone maybe even hating me or giving me an F off kind of thing, which happens. But I think this myth really tackles that part of us that wants to see our kids happy, or that feels like their happiness is what determines whether or not we're good parents. And it's a dangerous trap, I think, because, you hear so much talk now about entitled kids, right? Like the Generation Z is so entitled. And in many ways they are. And I think that a huge part of that is because of this myth. That we feel like, you hear about parents going into debt or things like that just to give their children all these things that are going to make them, quote unquote, happy.
So true.
Yeah.
Well, and we want our kids to like us.
Yes.
And when they don't, we want to fix it. We want to, what do you mean you're upset with me? Sometimes I find that really hard myself when my kids are upset with the decisions that I've made.
Yeah.
Because we're people pleasers, especially those of us who tend to lean on that side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think it's easy sometimes, too, to confuse loving someone with making them happy. And those are two very different things, right? Like loving always has, I guess, sort of the long-term projection in mind, where I feel like making somebody happy is more of an immediate thing. Where, when we really take a step back as parents and say, okay, this might make them happy, like, for example, let's say it's getting a cell phone for a 9-year-old. This is going to make them really happy right now, but is this going to be a great decision for them 3 years down the road, 2 years down the road? Right? Maybe not, right? Maybe we need to set some limits around this. Maybe this is something to wait on, even if it means they're going to be unhappy in this moment.
That's true.
So it's a tough balancing act, and I think it requires a lot of just personal reflection and getting comfortable with sometimes being the bad guy.
Oh, isn't that the truth? Yeah. Well, and even just the idea of maybe when they feel like they want something and we want to give it to them so badly. We want to make their lives fun and exciting and happy, and we want to, that's hard, and it's hard to be the parent also who sets the guideline, and when it's been broken, to be the one that says no. I said no screens because of whatever my line was, and I'm sticking to it. And when they push and push and push, I don't know about your kids, but they'll push and push, and to stand firm. I mean, you have to be like iron, and I find that hard.
It is hard, yeah, absolutely. And I think it's just deconditioning ourselves to that myth. I think we can give ourselves permission sometimes to realize that, okay, even though this feels bad on the inside, it's for the right reasons, it's for the good in that moment.
Yes. We have to look at our kids 10 years from now sometimes and say, how will what I'm doing right now affect who they are going to become in the future? Not just right now. Yeah. Not just tomorrow. And that's the hard stuff.
It's a difficult one.
That's courage right there.
Yeah, especially in our culture of instant gratification, where everything happens just right now.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait. And that's a tough thing to teach kids. And I think that's even what a lot of, teachers in schools are saying, is that is so frustrating and difficult, is, trying to teach kids these skills, this knowledge that doesn't benefit them right in the moment. And they're just not interested in it.
Yeah.
For a lot of time. It's like, why? Why do I need to know this?
If I could learn this on YouTube.
Yeah. 100%.
And they're probably right.
They are probably right. But it's teaching them that ability. And when we're able to say no to them, no to their immediate happiness, we're teaching them that they can handle discomfort.
Yes, which is so needed, because life isn't always comfortable.
Yes. And life doesn't always make you happy.
No.
And happiness isn't the end goal anyways.
No, it's a moving target.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us. We have one more myth left, and we would love to hear from you. If you have a story or an experience that relates to what we've been talking about, please share it with us. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and we can't wait to chat with you next time.